Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Just a little prelude to it. My name is Thomas Ritchie. I'm a proud IPMS Toronto member now. We've been looking forward since pre-pandemic time. And one of the things I always do is, even with friends and family and all, I always try to share the pictures I've taken over the years while I was traveling for work. For almost 25, 27 years, I was a consultant, a specialist, if you will, in the maintenance field of mining, in the mining industry, forestry, aircrafts, cars, you name it. Whatever they needed somebody to help them out in the maintenance because they couldn't cut a work order or whatever, call Tom. And I used to go there for 9, 10, 12 months at a time. And then this job came up. I talked to my wife about it. She goes, "When was the next time you're going to go to Russia?" I'll take it. So this is a job that back in 2011, in June 9, 2011, I left Toronto. June the 3rd. And June the 5th, I arrived in Magadan, Russia. Now, the thing was, prior to that, I had to pass all these different visas. I get visas for working and to work in Russia and all that. It took like almost 45 days. A lot of money for the company that hired me to go there. And once I got there, surprise, I had to stay there because my visa didn't clear properly through the military channels. The lights, please. You can't see that.
You were a prisoner.
Yeah, that's
So here's the scoop. So this is Toronto there, and everybody thought, "Oh, easy, Tom, and one day you'll be in Magadan." Not so, because the airline that was going from Vancouver to Alaska didn't fly across the sea here to go to Magadan anymore because there was some trouble already. And that was because after they shut down the jet airplane,
Oh, the
so there
Korean.
was no more of that. So the only way for me to get there was I had to go this way, and I had to go all the way to Dusseldorf in Germany. Germany, fly literally, like run through the airport to get on Transaero, which I don't think that airline exists anymore. And that Transaero aircraft took me to Moscow. Moscow, I had to sit there for almost 10 hours, and then eventually they would bring this Russian airplane. I don't know what size it was. I'm not into jet airliners. We would pack like all 300 people and fly for 9 hours across the top of Russia, almost over the Arctic seas, to land in Magadan. So you know how the airline works. They don't work this way. They don't fly this way. They fly the shortest route, right? So they had to fly over that to get to Magadan. When I got to Magadan, this is my first shot when I got there, as the aircraft was rolling. And this was rolling. There was all these other airlines here that were also Russian from a previous airline name that was there. I mean, it's a little blurry because the aircraft was moving, because the tarmac wasn't in the greatest shape. Wait.
Pay the bills.
Work for me, will you? There we go. Okay, so then you come along here and you start hitting the front of it, and that says Magadan International Airport, and there was nobody there.
Wow.
300 people on the airplane, nobody there. And somebody said, "Don't worry, it's okay." There was one guy waiting for us. And you gotta get 300 people off, and there was first class people, business people, and then there was everybody else. And this poor devil over here had to run all these stairs, the mobile stairs over, and line them all up so people would get off. And you had to get off the tarmac and go over to the airport. It's a little closer because the aircraft, I was staying on board because honestly, the company I worked for put us in there in first class. So as the aircraft was turning, told the first class people had to stay on board because everybody else out first. So now we're in Magadan. This is part of Magadan. A couple of days later, after I got over the jet lag and all that, I decided to go for a walk. There were some other issues afterwards why I shouldn't have done that, but I went up for a walk anyway because I didn't know. So I got out of the apartment building. The apartment building was bought by the company, and they fixed it up really nice, North American style. So I had a fridge, just a whole big couch, TV, satellite, had everything. But the layout was very, very comfortable. It was very nice. And so I went out for a walk. And I'm hitting this building over here, and I haven't got a clue what it is, but I go around the corner, and this guy here was opening up, and he's talking to me about something, and I realized that he was selling pizza and hot dogs. And I went like, no, that's okay, I pass. I had my Mars bar with me.
Pizza.
So I said, that's okay, I pass. So as this is walking from there, and I keep going around the corner, I see the set of building, the way it was built, and somebody was complaining about the building, the parking, you know, and I seen these birds over here. And I went, what is that? At the same time, one of the cars comes out, and there's a guy that I used to, that was staying in the same building as I was staying. He was Russian. His name was Anton. And we met. He was a really broken English, and I asked him, what is that? And he goes, oh, come, he said, I'll show you. That's an air museum. And I thought, like, air. I thought, oh, that's because it's out in the air. And it's not because of airplane, it was out in the air. Okay, come in. Translation, I go, okay, I don't want to get lost in that. And this is how you get in, and that's it. So you get in, and this is what you're met with. And I said, what are they supposed to be? I don't know. I go,
It's
wait
a
a minute.
memorial.
You got a walkway here, you got a walkway there, you got all kinds of stuff going on. You got these props over here that are broken. I'm like, where's stuff coming from? They go, I don't know, stay away from it. Okay, so he only took me partly, and then he left. So he left me there all by myself, and so I kept walking. And I guess for Sergey, and this is the back of it. And this is what it is. So now what's happening here, one of the things I did find out is a few years later, this river swelled up like crazy and washed everything away.
It's gone?
Yeah.
This museum's gone?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and going like, these are just
Yeah,
pipes
it's
with some I-beams on it, welded on it, hose it, and walked away. I'm not a jet guy. Whoever's a jet guy can probably make a call and say what kind of jets they are.
Flag on it.
Su-15.
I think they're Sukhoi 7s, ground attack.
Yeah.
Su-15.
15?
I think that's what they're.
Yeah.
Sukhoi 15?
Huh?
Sukhoi
They're the
15?
ones that shot down.
Su-15. It's Korean airline. Killer.
Yeah, these are the
Ah,
guys, right?
right.
It's
For the Korean
1st
Airlines.
September. 1st
Right.
September 1983.
Right.
Remember? It's
Yes.
Korean airline.
Right.
So the jets are shut down. The airline.
Yes.
They put them up here.
They put them away, yeah, right.
All right, so that's the side of it, and that's one in front of it. I was more interested from, the kind of work I did from a maintenance point of view, see how these guys can be maintained. And then you got this other guy here. Notice though, underneath here,
Me too.
there's broken wire and some of these
Oh,
missiles.
Sam's.
It's a missile.
This anti-aircraft gun is real. Okay? And this stuff was just sitting there. This is just, that's where they put it. And I thought, when I was talking to that, I said, but is that a junk pile or what? And he goes, no. One of those
It's
things.
a S-75.
Those are Sam missiles.
Sam, yeah.
SMTC.
So here's the other interesting thing about this place over here that just drove me crazy.
The new shit.
So here, this is the original maintenance shed, and there was nothing there left. Then there's another one here that actually was burned.
It's a closet.
And then they rebuilt this one here that was out of order because, other than the door, I went up to the door and tried to open it. Yeah, it opened. There was no lock in it. There's all kinds of stuff inside. But that was it. And then you walk around it, and there was all kinds of tires, aircraft tires, oleum struts, there's all kinds of stuff back there. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then you see these towers.
The museum.
And these towers were actually used at different air bases. What they did, when they went to the air base, they were out of order, maybe they were broken, whatever. They would take the towers, bring them over here, and put them back up again.
Oh, we were afraid of
And
it.
this is the other house. This is from behind it, but this is the shed over here. And the thing I was listening to kids play back here somewhere. And I went like, wow. And then this is where the river was down here.
So Tom, you're in the museum now in those
Yeah.
photos. So there's obviously no admission or a gate, you just walk in.
You just walk in, yeah. Except that by this time over here, there was a couple of gray suit guys with their fancy hats, tall hats on, watching this guy taking pictures. And I don't know, I thought, So here's one of the plates that was one of the planted rudders.
Google Translate.
If you guys, somebody can translate this.
There is.
I think it gets it, it says 22/02/1944, and yet the wings are supposed to be from those jets.
Can you read that, sir?
It's his death is 1944. 1944 guys is dead. You know, it's a pilot.
It's memorial.
Yeah, it's death in Alaska, USA. It's a.
So listen,
Remember, it's a Lend-Lease pilot is dead.
Pilot. Oh, that's
It's
kind
a,
of
you know, it's a
Yes. Right.
Tursip in a plane.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
most people I ask them when I show these pictures, they're going like,
I don't know.
I figure like, what's the big deal? It's up in the open, like, I don't know. That's the way it was.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, starting to walk around again, getting closer and closer to the buildings. These are the close-up, because the river's still managing to keep me away from the buildings. But here's another one. This is a MiG, right?
Yeah, 21.
Take 21, yeah.
So, and again, they make these little buckets in here on top of these poles and put the tires in. Compared to the other ones that were welded up. So, you can just pick them up. And, this is a radar system. 75. Sam's radar, Sam. Yeah, it's a
Radar for SEP.
What the 105 used to be.
It's, it was amazing how some of the stuff, just the way it was kept. And some of them actually had the doors, you could actually open the doors and go inside if you wanted to. But some of the equipment was still in there, and it wasn't working out. But it was just, they found a spot, pushed it in, and that was it. Then you have some of these other ones here, these AAs going all over the place.
S75.
Yeah.
Yeah, no stabilization.
Yeah, it was just there. It was just an amazing place to think, like, how do you do that? How do you just put all this stuff in here and leave it there? There's one of those, armored personnel.
Back
Yeah.
then too.
They were,
Anti-aircraft missile. Wait, anti-aircraft cannon.
right, and as this was a kind of apartment, they started to dock over to the right there, and there was more of that. And yeah, these are ship. Yeah.
Just in case.
And these actually were on the other side, closer to the building. So there's the road you drive on, and I stopped, took a picture. Right? And the kids are playing in between the buildings there.
Getting ready for the future.
Yeah.
Hands-on treatment.
Yeah, so-
Getting ready for the future.
You have one of those tanks.
Bempe. I don't know.
You can put a tag on it, find out it's in Ukraine now.
This is actually, I don't know what size cannon this is, but this was a Roman 10.
BNP what?
What else was this? Oh, behind here, there was like a dump. It was maybe about a 6 foot, 7 foot hole back here. It was loaded with all kinds of smaller pieces.
Looks like a dive. No offense, it looks like a dive.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all kinds of stuff. Ammunition boxes. This is another setup. This wasn't from the original pictures. This is another one. They did the same thing.
It's
So these are different radar units.
fire department training line.
The other thing about this MiG here is, I don't know if it.
It's got a piece missing off the tail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You know,
I don't know, but somebody was chewing away at the
that's guys for scrap for metal. Scrap metal for pay money.
Chiseling away, taking it for metal.
And that's it. So I'm out of there. I'm walking. I'm thinking about it. My buddy there, my work buddy, kind of took off on me. I'm walking around and I'm saying like, wow, that was a bit of an experience. But yet, later on, he sends me these pictures. He says, you didn't see these.
Nice.
And I asked, where was this? I didn't see it. He goes, it's on the other side, you can't see it.
R11 is here, R11 is Corollo, is this one Corollo too? It's Persian.
Yeah.
Persian.
And then there was this other one.
Oh, it's R9. R9, Corollo.
This other building over here was an old Russian government building. Empty. There you go.
This is Sunai.
Is that an 8-time play?
It's
An 8-time.
Oh, yeah.
It's S75. Yeah, it's a local.
Yeah.
But it's anti-craft.
Oh, okay.
It's something. It's killer for.
A lot of good they do there. So then this other bird.
That's when they shot down the Korean.
The only thing about this one here is that the other one, when I first walked in, it had these fences. We had this 1 kilometer tunnel that was made with shipping containers.
Oh,
So they would put them end to end, and they just knock out the ends and then weld them together. And they made this literally 1 kilometer tunnel that we went from our sleeping or living quarters to the actual plant. And when you walk by, sometimes you look out the window, you can see the thermometer outside, and it was nothing. You'll see -30,